Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am wrapping up June. I can't believe that it's July already. It's going by so quickly. I say that every month, I'm pretty sure, but it is going by quickly. Okay, so I'm sure this isn't the first wrap up you've seen, but if it is, I'm going to do my favourites, then I'm going to reflect, and then I'm going to do some goal setting, and that is what a wrap up is to me. So let's get started. My favourites. My favourite movie in June was Renfield. It stars Nicolas Cage and Nicholas Hoult, and it surprised me how enjoyable it was. Like, I wasn't quite sure if I was gonna watch it, and then I was like, you know what, I will give it a try, and then I really enjoyed it. It was funny, it was silly, it was, yeah. So if you haven't seen Renfield, be sure to check it out and let me know if you liked it or not. My favourite show was Will Trent on Disney Plus. I really enjoyed it. I know that there's lots of cop shows out there and they're all pretty much the same, but this one was slightly different because you see him struggle more. Because he's dyslexic, so he can't really like do reports and things like that, and it was a different take, and I enjoyed it. And finding out about his background, it was really enjoyable. I did like it, and there was like a storyline that got you kind of hooked at the end. But yeah, if you haven't checked it out, it is on Disney Plus. I recommend it. My favourite book of the month was A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas. Like, I've heard of her, but I've never actually read any of her books, so this was the first book of hers that I've read, and I can see why she's like really popular. Like, it was a bit slow at first, but then it picked up, and then I was like, oh, alright, I can see why people are really enjoying this. So yeah, I gave it 4.5 stars. And I'm going to look into reading the rest of the series, because I didn't want to buy this series, and I know that's bad, but I didn't want to buy the series unless I enjoyed the first book. So now that I've read the first book and enjoyed it, I'm going to buy more of the series. My favourite song of the month was I Want More by the Grease Rise of the Pink Ladies official soundtrack. I watched the show, and it was a bit hit and miss. Like, I did enjoy it, but some of it I was like, this doesn't feel quite like Grease. Like, they didn't seem like, I don't know, there was just something missing, I think, but I did enjoy it, and this one song in particular was one of my favourite songs of the show, so I decided it was going to be my song of the month. So those were my favourites. June, in one word, was interesting. It was a bit up and down. Not what I planned didn't really happen, so yeah, it was interesting. Okay, so what were my highlights? Everyone had time off work, so that was nice. I became an English Heritage member. If you don't know what English Heritage is, it is a organisation, a charity in the UK, and you pay either a monthly or an annual subscription to be a member, and you can visit historic sites all throughout the country for free, and you get free parking, and you get a nice little welcome pack, which they send out to you, and you get a little membership card. And there's over 400 sites that you can visit. For example, Stonehenge or Hadrian's Wall. Those are like the famous ones. Some of King Henry VIII's castles, some of Queen Elizabeth's castles, Queen Elizabeth I, I should mention, So yeah, there's over 400. So if you like history, I recommend you become a member. There's tons of history in the UK. So if you like Vikings, Romans, Tudors, whatever sort of era that you enjoy learning about, there are sites available for you to see, and you can do it for free. So I thought it was perfect time because summer's here and you could just hop in the car and visit a site, and I'm sure there is a site in your county if you're from the UK. So yeah, I became an English Heritage member. Another highlight, I bought a Nintendo Switch. No idea why. No, I do. My brother's quite a gamer and he's got an Xbox and a PlayStation. It's an Xbox One he has and a PlayStation 4 that he has. And I was just like, oh, maybe I should have my own sort of console, but I'm not a gamer. And I was like looking into the games, and I was like, oh my god, the Nintendo Switch has these games. I'm so getting it. Like, you can get Crash Bandicoot, basically all the games like I grew up playing. Crash Bandicoot, Sonic, Mario, you know, old school stuff that's been sort of like revamped and everything. So I was like, I am getting this then. So I ended up buying a Nintendo Switch, and I ended up buying 5 games to go with it. And I have to say, I am enjoying it. I am. So I'm happy with that. What were my lowlights? I was ill one day, and I hate being ill, especially because it takes me so long to get back into like a rhythm. When I'm ill, like it's just like, ugh. And I don't even know what was wrong with me. Like, it was not a good day. I was like really hot. I had a headache. I felt like I was ill. I'm not going to go into all the details, but I was ill. And I sold my car. Now, this is a low light, but it's not, but it is. It's a bit tricky. I have had a car since I passed my test 12 years ago, so I've always had a car. And with my situation at the moment, I wasn't really using it, but I was paying the insurance and the road tax and everything, and the services and stuff like that, and I was like, well, I don't use it that much anymore, so maybe I should get rid of it. So I have sold my car, and it was all right. I feel okay at the moment. I'm sure I'm going to want a new car. Not maybe a new car, but like a new car to me. I don't mind secondhand cars, but I think in a couple of months I might get another one. I don't know. We'll see how we go. But at the moment, I have no car. What did I learn? I learned that it takes me quite a few days to bounce back after being ill. Like, even if I feel fine the next day, I still kind of like struggle to get back into the swing of things, so it takes me a couple of days after I've been ill. How can I improve? Find ways to ease back into a routine quickly. I think I don't know. Like, sometimes it is better just to get back into it, but sometimes you do struggle, so I think I need to work around that. July will be uncomfortable, I think. We've had some really weird weather lately, and I think I'm going to be very uncomfortable in July. Probably worse in August, but we'll see. So yeah, so those were my reflections, and now I'm going to show you my goals that I've done or not done in June, and my upcoming goals for July. Okay, so these are the goals of June, which I didn't and did do. As you can see, I didn't do that much. I did read a non-fiction, I decluttered, I had a movie night, I started to get back into messaging people, and then I stopped again. I had a day out, I took more photos, I didn't even start the 30-day challenge of happiness, so I'm going to move that into July. I did try a new recipe, I did try a new workout, and I'm still struggling with the no screen time. I plan with some content. I didn't post 3 times a week on Lemon8. I did post weekly on YouTube, and I didn't post daily on Instagram stories, which is a shame because I did really well last month. So spring bucket list. I didn't have a picnic, I didn't visit the farmer's market, didn't do yoga or a brunch, but I did visit a country park, and I didn't watch the sunrise. So I'm going to move some of them into my July goals. So these are my July goals. Again, pretty much the same. Read non-fiction, have a movie night, declutter, messages, and try the 30-day challenge of happiness. Try a new recipe, try a new workout, and I really want to work on the no screen time, so I think I'm going to have to set some alarms and do it that way. Maybe 1 or 2 alarms. Plan content, post weekly on YouTube, post daily on Instagram stories, and post twice a week on Lemon8. And then I have a summer bucket list. So have a water fight, make lemonade, have a picnic, have game night, visit a historical site, stargazing, have a barbecue, and visit a farmer's market. So those are my July goals. What are some of the goals that you plan on doing in July? Let me know down below. There you have it, another wrap up done. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.